Welcome to another episode of our journey through classic 8-bit video game endings. Today, we're delving into Tombs and Treasure, an adventure game released by Nihon Falcom in 1987. Join me as we explore the ending that concludes this captivating quest. Tombs and Treasure transport players to Central America, where they must unravel ancient mysteries and overcome perilous obstacles in search of legendary artifacts, missing persons, and lost civilizations. It is a game where there is but one ending that rewards players for their perseverance and problem-solving skills. After navigating through intricate puzzles and surviving treacherous traps and monstrous demons, our heroes ultimately uncover the secrets hidden within the ancient ruins. Although I owned this game, I did not purchase it as it was gifted to me by my parents, I believe on my 8th Christmas. In reading the back panel, it was something that my mother thought the three of us could sit down and solve together, as both of them were avid puzzle solvers. Alas, as we all played, it wasn't what they expected, which left me to dive deep into the temples, figuring out the puzzles on my own. For anyone that had ever played Shadowgate, Uninvited, and Deja Vu, this game was similar to those genres. I would say that it was a more simplified version of those games, and I definitely enjoyed the other games more. They were a lot more frustrating, a lot more difficult. So I would say this was more of a kiddie, watered down version. These types of games are very linear. I like to think outside the box in my life, so being stuck inside the box, we'll say, is not my cup of tea. Um, if you want to go to a different temple, you immediately come across a monster. You die because you can't defeat him. Okay, fine. Let me go to a different temple. Nope, sorry, that's not the temple you need to go to because there's another monster and you're not prepared to fight it and he will defeat you. You literally have to go in order. You must go to the first temple that they tell you to go to. There's a monster, just your level, you're able to defeat it. Every time you defeat a monster, every time you collect items, every time you open doors, figure out a puzzle, you gain an experience that you don't actually see in the game until you're fighting. And every time you gain this experience, you're that much more stronger, or you have that many items more that you can use to defeat the harder monsters. This game also added a secret forest area that would navigate through the underground and bring you back into the nunnery, where you would hear a mysterious spiritual voice that would help you on your journey, i.e., tell you exactly what you need to do next. Not exactly, but hints as to what you need to do next. So even though you might be stuck or frustrated, you can always go there for tour guide Jose. What a dick. Oh, sorry, where was I? So you could always go there if you were stuck and needed a clue to help you move forward. Even after all these years, I was able to come back into the game and pretty much remember, I'd probably say 80% of everywhere I needed to go, everything I needed to click, everything I needed to use. It was never a complicated game. There were definitely some areas that would screw you over. So it was always wise to look into the gem to get a password all the time you completed something, because you definitely didn't want to have to start all the way back from the beginning. It wasn't a very long game, maybe the first time around a few hours. After knowing what to do and everything, it's about a 30-minute game. Okay. An hour game. The ending is about 30 minutes. So it's about an hour game. It's not very long. There are definitely, I'd say, 3 or 4 areas of the game that if you think outside the box and or you click the wrong thing, you literally screw yourself over and you can't move forward. I remember one of the first times was you get a bowl and you have a little magnetic stick of some sort. And you join together the stick into the bowl, and wow, it makes a magnet, which you need later, the compass. But what you don't realize at the time is that, oh, you need the stick itself because you have to go into a very small little hole to get a key that's all the way in that little hole. But because you put it into the bowl, you can't use it. And no, you can't remove it to then use it as you're literally stuck. So you have to start either all over or use your latest password. Another area was when you're actually in the maze that you need the compass. There's two ways in and out, but if you had only gone through it once, you never actually unlocked the second door. So if you're in this room and you collect your item, you lock yourself in, trapping yourself forever. So once again, screwing over, and you have to start all the way back at the beginning or using a password. One thing I absolutely hated about this game was the movement on the map screen, the outside screen. It was very angular, so instead of moving left, right, up, down to different map screens, you sort of had to move at angles, which caused you occasionally to have to go through two map screens in order to get to the one map screen you want to go to, as opposed to had they done it non-angular, you would have moved only one map screen instead of the two. Aside from these few frustrating obstacles, the game, as I said, was very linear, and the in-game characters half the time also tell you what to do. So it overall is not complicated. In my youth, what I had done, obviously, is you're just cycling through things. It's the easiest thing. Let me try grabbing. Grab. Nope. Take. Nope. Put. Nope. Join. Oh, hey, this worked. Move forward. You know, when you're young and you're not that experienced in these kind of things, it's the easiest thing to do. But it gets you where you need to go, and you finish the game. The most frustrating thing also is sometimes when you're fighting a boss, which you don't really have any control of the fighting dynamics. You click the button fight, and the game determines whether or not you hit. It also determines whether or not the mob hits you. So you can spend a whole battle missing the mob, and the whole battle, the mob hitting you, killing you. You've done nothing wrong. You've used any of the items you need to use properly. It tells you if they're damaged severely, you know you're doing everything properly. If it says they're not damaged at all, it means you're missing something or you're not high enough level. So when you're fighting a mob and you're constantly dying, it's just luck of the draw. It really is. There's no game mechanics that say one way or another why. So that was a little upsetting. I mean, just for this recording, I had to fight this boss 4 times. Why? Because the game said I kept missing him and he kept attacking me. And yet, I was clearly of the highest level. I clearly used all the items. It was just misfortune. And that in a game sucks. Really does. But here at the journey's end, the true test begins. Will our heroes walk away never to know what happened to the missing persons? Or will they seal away the demons forever, preventing them from emerging and ruling? Gee, I wonder. And so ends the tale of Tombs and Treasure, a testament to the NES's era of rich storytelling and immersive gameplay. As you will soon see, your characters and the missing persons are now all located in the past. The makers of this game left the game somewhat on a cliffhanger. Although treated like royalty in the past, was there ever to be a sequel? Would they ever find their way back to their lives in this era? To be with their friends and family? Who knows, as no other game was ever produced. At the end of the credits, if you stay till then, you will see that the game developers did add in one small little thing: the ability to play with the main character's eyes, allowing you to manipulate them from being opened to closed. It amused me somewhat in my youth. And that's a wrap. Join us next time for more retro gaming adventures, and remember to like, subscribe, and share your